Okay. Testing 1, 2. Why are there no captions? All right. Hi, everybody. Just making sure we're here. See us. It says we're live. Where are we? Facebook is funny. I think sometimes you have to go into like pictures or something. Find yourself. All right, well, it says I'm live, so hopefully I'm here. I'm gonna refresh here just to make sure. Yes, there we are. All right. Happy Thursday. I can't believe it is day 4 of the Empowerment Challenge for Women with ADHD. I am so grateful for you guys. I really enjoyed setting this all up. It's just my passion. I'm just so passionate about helping women like myself manage the many symptoms of ADHD. And I put together these small little pieces of the things that the strategies that I have to offer, thinking that it'd be like a really well-rounded sample of what is actually possible. So tonight we are talking about nutrition, and I kept saying that this is one of the most important things because it really is. What you put into your body really makes a difference. And I know for many of us, it's really, really challenging. Either where you forget to eat, or like you just grab whatever you can grab. You don't have the patience to make good food, and then also we get addicted to certain things, and it just doesn't serve us the way proper nutrition can really serve us. So again, tonight's just going to be a little piece of what I have to offer with the nutrition. And obviously this is not like a weight loss diet program. This is really about feeding your brain and making sure that your brain gets the nutrients that it actually needs to really thrive. So I keep hitting the wrong mouse. All right, so that saying "you are what you eat" is 100% true. They didn't make it up for nothing. Basically what happens is you eat your food, you digest it, it churns out, it gets all the nutrients get pulled out, it goes into your bloodstream, and it circulates through your body, your brain, your nervous system, everything. And that's how we thrive. So when you're eating crappy, you don't feel so good, right? So a lot of people eat crappy all the time and they kind of get used to it. So learning how to pull out the junk, the chemicals in the food can be really, really important. It doesn't mean that you can't have things ever. It just means that, it's like the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time you need to be eating food that is going to support your brain. All right, so that being said, one of the main things that I think is super important to remember to, just making sure we're still here. We're here. Yeah. Okay. One of the things that's really super important to remember when you're feeding the ADHD brain is protein. Protein balances your sugar. It actually helps increase your focus. The main component of protein is amino acids. Those are the building blocks of protein. And amino acids do all kinds of different things, and they actually, are the precursors to neurotransmitters. So we keep talking about dopamine. So tonight, again, I'm going to focus, no pun intended, on dopamine when it comes to protein. So the amino acid tyrosine is the precursor meaning that tyrosine then with some enzymes in your body breaks down and then actually produces that neurotransmitter dopamine. So you can see why it would actually be super important to eat the protein, because I'm sure you guys have heard, oh, you should eat protein. It helps your brain. Well, this is why. So not just the dopamine, but many of the other neurotransmitters. So starting your day off with protein is definitely a smart idea. And if you're a vegetarian, that's totally fine. A lot of grains can have some of those amino acids, but things like lentils, if you are a vegetarian, you're not a vegan, eating eggs is a really good way to get that protein in. So there's this awesome seed cereal that I will post in the group for you guys. I think I actually did a while back. It's like my favorite go-to breakfast. And you do have to make it. You make a big batch of it, but then it lasts forever. And then literally you take the tablespoons of it and you put hot water in it. I like to put almond butter in it, but it's a great way to get some vegetarian, vegan protein in the morning. So it's a really great way to start your day, because nobody wants to eat eggs every day, right? So protein, super, super important for the ADHD brain. All right. I'm sure you guys have heard this before too, about eating the rainbow. It's another way to make sure that you're getting all the nutrients in your body. Okay, so when it comes to eating the rainbow, yes, we are mostly talking about fruits and vegetables, right? We're not talking about those artificial colors that you find in products. And just as a Dr. Buzzkill theme, eating those foods with colors in it is really detrimental to your brain. So, the energy drinks that you think you're helping yourself get your brain to, be energized. No, it's really not, because you're adding these chemicals that are known to affect your brain. So we want to kind of start to learn to move away from that. In my pay program, we talk about, we break it all down and make it easy for you guys to actually transition your diet into, a healthier diet. So the more colors you eat, the more vitamins you're going to consume. So I like to sometimes try to see how many colors I can get into a meal. So the vitamins, vitamins can do all sorts of things in our body. I'm not going to go into all the different vitamins, but the more colors you eat, the more chance you're going to get more vitamins into your system. And the colored fruits and vegetables, they boost the antioxidant levels in your body, which ultimately help your brain function better. So antioxidants, what they do is we have these free radicals that are roaming around from, bad food that we're eating, pollution, too much sun, all kinds of different things, chemicals. And the antioxidants actually go around and scavenge, and they add electrons. We're not going to go that far in, but they actually help your cells basically work better. So getting lots of fruits and vegetables, especially berries. Berries are amazing for the brain. Hi, Rebecca. Thank you. All right. Okay, so obviously that was just a little minuscule, taste of nutrition, because there's a lot more to it. We can't get to it all tonight, that's for sure. But there are also supplements that are known to or believed to help support the ADHD brain. And I just want to point out that not all supplements are equal. Quality definitely matters. Like, you wouldn't go buy your supplements at McDonald's, right? So there are, sadly, there are companies out there that they're crappy supplements. And then people say, well, that didn't work for me. Well, generally it's because the quality was crappy. I'm really trying not to curse. I am a New Yorker, so bear with me if one does pop out. But quality really, really matters. And, you can imagine how many products I have tried in the last 20 some odd years that I've been in practice. I mean, probably hundreds of different brands. I mean, there are that many. I don't even know how many companies there are out there that make supplements, but I have tried so many, and there are a lot of really good ones. And again, there's a lot of really crappy ones. But the ones that I have really noticed and made the hugest change for myself and for my patients is the ones from Young Living. And so tonight, when I talk about the supplements, I'm going to be talking about supplements from Young Living. Obviously, there's lots of other brands out there, but these are the ones that I wholeheartedly believe can make a huge difference in the ADHD brain. So we're going to go through those. Okay. Life 9. So Life 9 is a probiotic. I'm sure you guys have heard about probiotics. What probiotics do is they help create healthier bacteria in your gut. So it supports gut health, supports neurotransmitter production. It also supports immune function. So, okay, so you hear probiotics are good for your gut. What's the deal, right? So our gut are full of bacteria, good bacteria, bad bacteria. Sorry if this grosses you out, but it's the way it is. So we have all this bacteria. And so if we have more bad bacteria, our gut health is not going to be so great. So we want to populate our gut with this really healthy, good bacteria. And that's what probiotics do. Now, when it comes to the neurotransmitters, a majority of your neurotransmitters are produced in your gut. So does make sense, yes, to have high quality, good bacteria in your gut. So your production of those neurotransmitters, especially that dopamine for us, is super, super important. The other thing is that the majority of your immune system lives in your gut. Anybody want to have a good immune system these days? I know I do, right? So probiotics actually help your immune system. Thank you, Patty. Yep. Yeah, I'm trying not to focus over there with you guys until later, because obviously I have a squirrel brain, and otherwise I will get off the road too many times. So yes, quality totally matters. Yes, absolutely. And you know, like I said, for the last 20 some odd years, I've been trying different brands, and I'm not saying Young Living is the only good brand out there, but I really have, come to find that their products are superior to many other products out there on the market. All right, so this one is probably my favorite. And it's probably my favorite because it's the easiest to take. It's a liquid. And of course, you probably shouldn't drink from the bottle, and you should measure it out, but I swig it. It's a liquid. It's essential fatty acids, but it's a vegetarian form. So it's basically like a brain serum. It's pretty amazing. It's good for your heart. It's good for cognitive health. It's good for memory. It has vitamin D in there. It has a bioidentical CoQ10. And it has this amazing Sacha Inchi nut oil, which is known for brain health. It also has turmeric in there, which is great for inflammation. So, if your diet is full of crap, and you're most likely full of inflammation because of that. So you eat food, and I know we're going back to the actual food stuff, but if you eat food that creates inflammation in your body, it's going to create inflammation in your brain. So it's like gut on fire, brain on fire. So it really makes a big difference. So the MindWise is a great way to support your brain. And like I said, it's my favorite. You take a swig or a swig here and there. Do I take it every day? Probably not. The next supplement we're going to talk about is also essential fatty acids. So I like to bounce between the two. So MindWise is definitely one of my favorites. Okay, so omega Gi's, this is more like your traditional essential fatty acids, omega-3, 6, and 9. It also does have CoQ10 and vitamin D, as well as some essential oils. So essential oils can actually help propel the actual goodness of whatever the supplement is you're taking. It makes it more bioavailable, meaning your body can better absorb it. So omega Gi's supports brain function. Now your brain is made mostly of fat. And so we need good fat to support our fat brain. Okay. So that's one of the reasons why this is so important for us to get those omegas. Now, foods that you can eat that will give you omegas are, fatty fishes. But the sad thing is, the fish around now is like so polluted, unless you're getting, fresh, wild caught salmon. You really don't, and you don't want to eat fish too often because there's a lot of mercury. So supplementing with omega Gi's and mind wise is a really good idea. So it can support your overall health. It's great for your eyes, it's good for your joints, and it's really good for your heart. I'm going to take a sip of my Ningxia water, which we'll talk about in a little bit. All right. Super B is a multi-B vitamin, so there's a bunch of different B vitamins in there. And this one is great for supporting energy levels. I totally notice a difference when I am taking my Super B and when I forget to take the Super B. It really makes a difference. B vitamins are known to help support your mood, so that includes things like depression, anxiety. Super B is super, super important. It's great for cardiovascular function, so for your heart. And it also supports cognitive function. So obviously we want to be taking Super B. Okay, so my favorite, I know I said mine might be one of my favorites, but I lied. This one is definitely my favorite. And I'm sure for my friends out there who are Ningxia drinkers, they will agree with me. Ningxia is a whole body supplement. It is made from wolfberries. And the way it came about was Gary Young, who started the Young Living Company, was searching the world for populations that lived the longest. And he came to Ningxia, China, and he found that there were people living into their hundreds and healthy, not just like, crotchety in wheelchairs, but they were healthy living to their hundreds. And there was the medical doctor he was talking with mostly, who was in his 90s and still practicing, clear as can be. And so he wanted to know what they were doing. So it turns out they had a large consumption of wolfberries in their diet, because the wolfberries grow in Ningxia, China. So he created this whole body supplement. It's like part of China where it's like near the Himalayan mountains, because I was people like, oh, I don't want supplements from China. This is like in the mountains. It's like totally clean. So Ningxia, so then it's the wolfberries, and then there's some pomegranate. Wolfberries have the highest antioxidant count out of anything on the planet food-wise. So you can imagine how amazing that is for you. There is also this awesome video of what blood cells look like pre-Ningxia, and then what it looks like 15 minutes after someone drinks Ningxia. I will put the video in the group because it's pretty amazing to watch. So Ningxia is great for your cognitive health. It's good for that immune health. Again, we all want good immunity right now, right? It's great for energy levels. It's good for your cellular function, meaning all your mitochondria. It protects from free radicals. Remember, we talked about those crazy free radicals roaming around. Those antioxidants just basically grab on and fix the cell. It's great for your eyes. I will tell you as a side note, my mom was having a lot of eye pressure issues, and I had her start drinking the Ningxia on a regular basis, and her eyes are much better. I've also heard of a lot of people, their eyesight getting much better from drinking the Ningxia. It's great to support healthy aging, meaning the less free radicals you have, the younger you look. And it's also really good for your heart. So I highly recommend the Ningxia. And again, if you did nothing else but drank Ningxia, you'd be ahead of the game. So it could just be, like if you're not ready to dive into all the supplements, even though there's not a lot here, you'll see we're at the end here, what I'm recommending today. In my paid program, I do talk a lot about other supplements in addition to this, but I know I'm a little squirrely tonight. I'm excited. So if you just drank Ningxia, you would definitely be ahead of the game. It could definitely, just that alone can really make a difference in how your brain is working. So nitro, which I drank before, it's just probably why I'm like ba tonight. Nitro is a great natural alternative to those like energy drinks. It helps to enhance physical performance. It's great for mental acuity. It helps you become more focused. It lifts that brain fog. That's a big one for me. I get a lot of brain fog, and when I do, I drink nitro, and it's like instantly I'm like, oh hello, let's go. And like I said, it's a great alternative to those like high caffeine, high sugar colored drinks. Those colored drinks are not good for you. I'm sorry if you drink them, but they are really detrimental to your health. First of all, most of them have a ton of corn syrup in them, which is not good for you. It really messes with your insulin levels, and it's generally genetically modified corn it's made from. And those artificial colors are known to actually affect people with ADHD. There's like research studies. Yes, the research is all on children, but you know, we're the same. Our brains don't like change that much that we wouldn't be affected by these colored drinks. You can really take it anytime. I'm sensitive to caffeine, so I don't take it like right before I go to bed. But you know, maybe if you drink coffee, you're probably not that sensitive to it. It really gives you that healthy energy boost. You know, it has only like 40 milligrams of caffeine, so there's really not a lot in it. So nitro is a great one, and I like to use it. You know, when I feel like I'm going to sit down and get some like work done, I like to take a nitro, or like a night like tonight where I'm going to be talking for the 4th night in a row. All right. So that is what I have for you on nutrition. So now we come to the awkward part of the presentation. I mean, you guys knew that most likely I was going to be showing you some kind of program that I'm offering. So of course, this is like, you know, the uncomfortable part of the presentation. And I just love this picture. The look on this guy's face just cracks me up. I just noticed that there's no closed captioning. I apologize. I don't know what happened here. All right, so the past 4 days, I hope you guys have enjoyed what I've had to offer. And again, it's just a little sampling of what I actually offer in my 5-factor focus program. So would you agree it's been a good time, well spent? You've, you know, used this time, it's been helpful. We've gained a couple of things and learned a little bit. Obviously, I can't cover everything in 4 short sessions. It just wouldn't be possible, although I would love to try, but definitely can't cover everything. And so I do have a special offer for you guys, and that so you can actually get everything that you need to know to really get your brain working better. So I know there's a ton of different programs out there, but I really am trying to create this program so it's like well-rounded. So it gives you a little bit of all the different things that can actually help your brain work better. And if you act fast, which is probably by like Tuesday or Wednesday, I think it's Wednesday we put it up, I'm going to give you a very special deal. Okay, so my 5-factor focus program is a culmination of all the things that I've learned for myself, for my patients over the last however many years. It's 5 key strategies to managing the symptoms of ADHD. And the truth of the matter is these 5 things are important for everybody's health, not just if you have ADHD. So we have nutrition, which we talked a little bit about tonight, sleep, healthy functioning nervous system, exercise, and then of course we have life hacks, so things that can help you function in the world better. So this is what you would get. You get a module on nutrition, so each module has a bunch of different classes in it, and the value of that would be $9.97. The sleep module, sorry, I jumped the gun. The sleep module, so sleep is super important for your brain. And I think for a lot of us, we develop bad sleep habits, we stay up too late, we don't get enough sleep. So this module is really about helping you to create sleep hygiene, so your brain can actually work better. Because you know, like when you're sleepy, even if you didn't have ADHD, your brain could be like off when you don't sleep. So sleep is super important. Then we also have your module on your nervous system. So we talked a little bit about the nervous system and how it controls everything. So we talk a lot about different ways to make sure that your nervous system is functioning properly. And that way your brain is functioning properly. Because remember, your brain is here, you're attached to your spine, your nerves, and it all coordinates together. So it really should have been called the brainal cord, so the brain and the spinal cord. It's one unit. People think it's two separate things, but it's actually one thing. So the value of that is $9.97 as well. And then we have the, I hit too quickly. So then we have the exercise module, and exercise is really important for the ADHD brain. So the part of the brain that gets stimulated from exercise is the back of the brain, the cerebellum. And the cerebellum then drives to the front of the brain, your frontal lobe. And the frontal lobe is, or the executive function, lives. And for many of us, that's where we tend to get in trouble with executive function, right? So you can see that if you're exercising, that it's actually going to help your brain work better. So we talk about exercise for your personality type, because like, I don't want to run, but there are certain things that I would want to do that you might not want to do. So we kind of break it down to help you figure out which is the best exercise for you. And then also we have some exercises that are filmed that are actually not the breathing exercises, but exercises that actually help to balance out your brain. So you hear a lot of times about brain gym for kids. Well, there are exercises for us as well that actually can improve how your brain is working. And so we have those inside that exercise module as well. And that's also valued at $9.97. And then that life hacks module. That life hacks module is ever growing. So it is actually, I constantly adding to it. We also will be doing weekly Zoom calls, and most likely the majority of those Zoom calls will be life hack kind of things. I mean, there will be other stuff here and there, but for the most part, it will be life hack stuff. So that's, you know, like organization and all kinds of different things. And that's also valued at $9.97. So you can see the total value of all of these modules would be $49.85. Okay, so I just wanted to give you a little intro to Lisa K here. Lisa first came to me for neurofeedback, and we immediately started using the strategies that we have in the 5-Factor Focus program. And she cannot stop talking about what it has done for her life. She's been wanting to go back to school. She has 2 young kids, but she really wanted to go back to school. And she had no idea how she was going to do that with the way her brain has been working. She can't focus, she's disorganized, she's all over the place. So we create up all these different 5 factors into her life, and she is in school and she's excelling and she is super happy. So this is Lisa K. All right, so again, what you're going to get the nutrition module, the sleep module, the nervous system module, the exercise module, the life hack module. And so again, that value is $49.85. And then you're going to get a bonus. And this is for the first 10 people only, because I'm in full-time practice. So you can imagine how many people I already see. And I don't think that I can handle more than 10 right now. So the first 10 people who sign up for the program will get a consultation with me. And that's valued at $250. And then bonus number 2 is a goodie bag, and you're going to get a focus roller. You're also going to get some sample bottles of the oils for Aroma Freedom Technique. It's another one of those exercises for balancing the brain and busting through any blocks. And then you're also going to get some other samples. You'll get a sachet of the MindWise, I think, that we were putting in there. And this is valued at about $100, give or take. So what you're going to get: nutrition module, sleep module, nervous system module, exercise module, life hacks module, bonus 1, and bonus 2. And again, I'm going to reiterate that there will be a weekly Zoom class as well. And so now we're valued at $53.35. So I'm going to ask you guys a question. If all this did was helped you with one of your ADHD symptoms? Wouldn't that be worth it? If all this did was got your brain working better, wouldn't that be worth it? And if it taught you how to feed your brain properly, just that alone, wouldn't that be worth it? And I'm also going to add, we're going to talk a lot about self-love because I've been getting a lot of messages in the last couple of days, and that seems to be a big thing. We get so down on ourselves and we tend to like not treat ourselves well. So I think that if all this did was help you to love yourself better, wouldn't that be worth it? All right, so what's learning to manage your symptoms worth to you? 1,000, 5, 10, 25 million? I don't know, for me, a million, right? How much would you pay to get your brain working better? All right, so you can see why it's a good deal at $53.85, right? So for the general public, this 5-factor focus program is $9.97. But because you guys joined the challenge and I'm doing a special introductory rate to the world, it's just going to be $3.99 to get started today. So if you guys want to actually are ready to sign up and you're ready to go, you can actually take out your camera and scan this. I'm very excited about this QR code. You take out your camera, you open the camera and you just hold it up to there and it'll actually take you to the page where you can get signed up. And you just got to make sure that you put in the code, you put in intro, and that'll give you the $3.99 price. It will also give you the option to make 4 payments of $100. So it makes it a little bit easier that way. All right, so I'm also adding a third bonus, which will be a bottle of lemon and peppermint essential oil. And the reason why essential oils are so amazing for the ADHD brain and every brain out there, right? Not just us, but the part of your brain, your sense of smell is the only sense that goes right up to the brain. And the part of the brain that it goes to is the limbic system. And that deals with memory and emotion. So whatever you breathe in is going to go right up to your brain. So the little molecules in the essential oils can actually change your brain chemistry. And lemon and peppermint actually are great for getting your brain to focus and waking it up. So I don't know if you guys remember, we talked about the slow brain waves back a couple of days ago, but those essential oils can actually help to get your brain moving a little faster. So the value for that is about $24. Now this is bonuses for the first 20 people only. So if you want those oils, you want to get in on it. Okay, again, so you can get started now for just $3.99. You just got to make sure you put that code intro in when it comes up for the promo code, because otherwise it's going to charge you the $9.97. So it's $3.99 or 4 payments of $100. So there's that scanner code again. All right, so if you're not signing up, one reason is you think it's not going to help you. So my guarantee to you is that if you sign up and you find that this is not working for you, it's not doing anything for you, you have 30 days and I will give you your money back. No questions asked, no judgment whatsoever. If it's just, you get it and you don't think it's going to help you, then I'm going to give you your money right back. You think it's going to take too much time. The thing is, you don't have to do it all. It's 5 modules, but it could take you forever to do. We are going to have accountability groups where we're going to set up where, there's a bunch of people are going to join together to be accountable for each other. And I'm also going to check up on you on a regular basis to make sure that you are going through the program. So yes, there is going to be time, but it's not going to be time wasted and it is not going to be too much time. It's going to be small little increments, right? So remember we talked about the small increments of change. That's what we want to do, is we want to take little bits and pieces and then put it all together. And then we've got an amazing change in our brain and our life. So, it's basically the same thing, but, it's just going to be another program that you're not going to use, and which I am guilty. I've bought so many programs and never even opened them, right? I think we've all probably been there. But I'm not going to let that happen, because this 5-factor focus program has the ability to change your life. It really does. I've seen it so many times. I'm like gonna get teary-eyed, but I've seen it so many times in so many people because it's so comprehensive of all the different things that we can do to help our, it's not that we're terrible, right? We're awesome people. We are awesome, right? But we do struggle. But this 5-factor focus program can really help put all the little pieces together that you've been missing. There's so many programs out there that have this piece, that piece, but this is really comprehensive and puts it all together. All right, so I'm just going to point out again all the things that you're going to get from the 5-factor focus program. That QR code is up on the top right. You're going to get the nutrition module, exercise module, sleep, nervous system module, like packing system module. Plus, you're going to get those bonuses that I talked about. The consultation, if you're the first of the 10 people to sign up, you're going to get that goodie bag. And then also, if you're the first, I can't remember how many, I think I said 20 people, you're going to get that bottle of lemon and peppermint. Plus, you're also going to get that weekly Zoom call with me, and the topics are going to totally vary. You're going to be with a community of women all working through the same system. There's going to be lots of worksheets. Like I said, we're going to create that accountability, so we're going to set up groups of people for accountability purposes. And we're not going to do 2 because you know what happens then. It's like one person's out. So we're going to do groups. That way there's more than one person in a group, and that way we can really be accountable to each other. And then you have full support access from me. So that means you actually have a texting number for me. So you can text me your questions, your concerns. I can help troubleshoot with you. If you're stuck when we talk, like say for nutrition, and we are going to talk about an elimination diet, like I'm going to be here for you. It's not just going to be these videos. It's going to, you're getting me basically. Okay. All right, so again, you guys are getting in the beginning, so it's $3.99, and that will give you lifetime access. You can make 4 payments of $100. Just make sure you put in that code intro. All right. Now we talked about all those supplements. So I made a QR code. I learned how to make the QR code today. If you want to take a look at those supplements, I put a huge bunch of stuff in the cart. You do not need to purchase everything. You do not. I just put in all the things that I think are helpful for the ADHD brain. If you decide you want to purchase anything, get a few things, and then you can always next month get more things. Or you can actually just wait until if you are going to sign up for the program, which I really think you should, you can wait and we can kind of customize the plan for you. That is definitely a good option. But if you don't think that you're going to join us, you can check out all the supplements, and you can still message me and ask me to help you. I am here. It's what I'm really super passionate about. All right, so I'm going to exit here. I'm going to put this up here so you guys could see the QR code if you want it. And I'm going to pop over here and see if you guys have any questions. Okay, so less techie people back here. Let me see where it was. There was the, okay, so if you go to actually, I think I can put the code in here. Let me see, it might even, let me see something here. Okay, here we go. If you click on that, it'll take you. So Rebecca, just so you know, any of those QR codes, basically you open the camera on your phone and you just point it towards it, and it will actually open the website for wherever it goes. I think it's actually, that's kind of pretty cool, but there is the sign up that way. But I challenge you to actually try using the QR code. Okay, let me see. What are any other questions? So if you're catching us on the replay, you are still eligible for those prizes. We didn't talk so much about the prizes tonight. Okay, so Rebecca, you're going to tell me if you did it or not, because I want to know if you actually did it. It's actually really cool. And I have to say that my husband was the one who was like, you should have a QR code. And of course, squirrel brain was like, oh, I gotta learn how to use a QR code today. That's what I did this afternoon. In between patients, I was learning how to use a QR code. All right, let's see. I don't think there's any more questions. I'm gonna wait a few because I know I'm on a delay here. All right. All right, so those of you who are catching us on the replay, just type in replay so I know you were here. And you will also be getting the replay via email so you can, see this again. And this was super, super fun. I'm super excited moving forward. I definitely would love you guys to give me some feedback. I know 4 nights for us is like probably not the smartest, but I went with it. So in the future, I may, do it a little differently. Maybe do like 1 night might be better for us. It's just, I don't know how to get all that content into 1 night. But I guess I could do it like maybe like, I don't know. If you guys have any ideas for me, let me know. Again, you can go to, if you're just need to listen, you can go to bit.ly/5-factor focus, and that'll take you right into to sign up. So it's $3.99 if you sign up today, or you could do 4 payments. Just make sure you put in the code intro. All right, so I'm gonna sign off. I did have a question, see above. Why is it not letting me see all the questions? 20 comments. It's not even letting me open up the rest of the comments. So weird. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do is actually open this. I'm gonna have to mute it because, okay, here we go. Did have a question, see above. Okay, I love the packets of Mywise. What do you? I have some news for you. Omega Jais came back in stock today. Yeah, it came in stock today. So if Omega Jais is not in stock and you want another brand of Omegas, there's a company called Thorn. And I can actually help you purchase that if you want it. But right now, Omega just came back in stock, so it's there. It came back in stock today. How funny is that? But if it's not in stock, then there's a brand called Thorn that has really good Omegas. And then there may be some others. I can't think off the top of my head, but like I said, there are other brands that are really good. And I am a supplement snob. So if there are things, and we talk about some other things inside the 5-factor focus program that are not from Young Living because they don't make it. So that's another thing that, we will talk about is other supplements that are super important for our ADHD brains. All right. Yeah, right. Patty, it came back today. I was like, of course, thank you, universe, because I'm talking about it. And then I don't want people to be like, oh, it's not there. All right, so if there's no more questions for me here, I'm going to sign off. And I hope to see you guys in the program. I'm not going to start the live Zoom calls until around December 7th. And also, just so you know, if you sign up, you will immediately get access to the vault where the course is. There's 4 modules in there already. The 5th module is not fully done. I keep adding stuff to it. So I took it out and then I put it back in, I took it out. So right now it's not there, but it will be there shortly, but there's plenty of content to get through before you even get there. And I don't think I set it up where you have to watch in order to get to the next one. You can kind of do it like Netflix and watch whatever you want. All right. So awesome. Thank you guys. Will they be on what's UES? I don't know what that is. All right. So Patty, if you want to message me, you can message me. All right. So thank you guys. So I hope to see you inside 5-Factor Focus. This was really, really a lot of fun. And I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. And I will see you soon. Stopping sharing and I'm saying good night. Good night.